Are you at the lowest point in life at the moment that you cannot see any way out? Are you experiencing failure currently and you have no idea how to come out of it? You're stuck and frantically looking for a lifeline and a way out of your present predicament. Trust me, you're not alone. I'm going to share with you some principles that would help you bounce back from failure. All you have to do is to watch this video to the very end. The challenge is not that people fail. The biggest concern is why do people find it difficult, almost impossible to bounce back when they fail. Britain's iconic statesman and former Prime Minister, Winston Churchill, described success as stumbling from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. But let's agree on this. Experiencing failure is not palatable, not pleasant in any way. Failure has a propensity to dampen the enthusiasm of even the most strong-hearted of people amongst us. That you experience failure shouldn't be the biggest hindrance in life, but what happens after you experience failure is what will actually determine how far you go in life. When you experience failure, there are usually two options: to quit or to try again. Your action at the cost of the failure is what will determine whether you will end up a winner or a loser in the journey of life. Let's dive in and share 4 things to do to help you bounce back from failure. Number 1, you must accept the unpleasant reality that you've encountered failure. There is no need denying this reality. That is your reality when you experience or encounter failure. Full stop. However, this reality is not strong enough to end the pursuit of your goals and dreams in life. You have given your best shot and it hasn't worked. Accept this reality and move on. Accepting this reality, painful and sad as it may be, would help you to a point of closure. Number 2, find out why. Failure leaves clues. No failure happens in isolation. The greatest harm you can do to yourself is never to search for clues when you encounter failure, or not to investigate the reasons why things happen. The danger in this is the inherent likelihood of repeating the same mistakes again and again because you have not discovered the why of your failure. If you want to bounce back from failure, always, and I repeat, always ask the whys. When you discover the why responsible for your situation, you are already in a position that would help you avoid falling into the same trap again. No matter how low you may have sunk in the scheme of things or in the affairs of life, take it upon yourself to ask the why question. Asking why will provide you with clarity and help your personal growth and development. Every knowledge you acquire can never be taken away from you. Always ask the why question if you really desire to succeed. Number 3, you must reinvent yourself. The world is replete with inspiring stories of people who bounced back from failure, and their experiences during their rebound process completely transformed them into high achievers. The secret? They reinvented themselves. And that's the secret. You must reinvent yourself if you desire to bounce back from failure. Failure is never final. It is only a temporary detour along the way. You may feel dejected, angry, sad, and all manners of negative emotions. However, never let these emotions, negative as they are, hold you down. There's this inspiring quote by Sir Richard Branson of the famous Virgin Group. It says, and I quote, "Do not be embarrassed by your failures. Learn from them and start again." End of quote. Learning from your failure would help you reinvent yourself and enable you make the necessary adjustments as you continue in the pursuit of your dreams and goals. Reinventing yourself should be an intentional effort geared towards becoming a better version of yourself. Do not be afraid of embracing change. This has nothing to do with age, and no age is too late to embrace change. It is all about seeking ways of improving yourself. Number 4, you must be willing to try again. One of the fastest ways to bounce back from failure is to have a willingness to try again, irrespective of the number of times your back has hit the floor. Will this be achieved easily? Not necessarily so, but trying again is better than not trying at all. People are stuck in the abyss of failure because they are afraid to try again. Everyone who has won today definitely has some days of losses and failures, but they understand the principle that failure is never final. Let the lessons from failure equip you for new realities and opportunities. I will leave you with this quote from Shawn Johnson-Hicks, former gymnast and 2008 Olympic gold medalist. I quote, "As long as you have done your best, making mistakes doesn't matter. You and I are human. We will mess up. What counts is learning from your mistakes and getting back up when life has knocked you down." End of quote. Always remember that failure is never final. Keep trying again and again until you win. You can bounce back from failure. It is possible. You can do it. Always remember, you can bounce back from failure and you can do it.